Check. Hold on. Check.
The sound got me down.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you would have said this.
How about now? Is better?
Which one?
That's perfect.
So I gotta go all the way up here.
So yeah, it's
Come, most high in
right.
Christ. All right, so we got some more. We'll be up in here in just a moment, right? You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, what's going on with y'all Hebrews, man? What's going on with y'all brothers? Y'all Tawab?
Hawakah.
High in Christ. Charlotte, what's good, Charlotte? All my boys, you know what I'm saying? Officer Farhan Shabbat Olive. Got a war up in the spot. See y'all brothers, man. Let's clap it up, man. All right. Shalom. How about you, man? Shout out thumb to all the brothers. How Shamar al Thumb by Shamar. Shout out to the sisters. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Running Commander General Yohana. You understand? This, of course, is the Monday night scripture breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Class. North Carolina.
So we're gonna awaken those brothers
Durham, North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. We got other zones that should be in, such as Goldsboro. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna await those brothers. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna get right into it. $7,000 just holding it down to one of my Adawanium. You know what I'm saying? Believe me. All right. So before we get into anything specific, of course, it's in the Monday night scripture breakdown class. So if anybody has any questions, or if you're watching online, just go ahead and just type your question into the chat. Right? I should be able to see it. If you're in person here in Durham, just raise your hand. If you're in person in any of the other zones, other than that, you know what I'm saying, raise your hand. One of the officers will get you the mic, and then you know what I'm saying, y'all just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever questions anybody has, all right? And we'll go from there. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything, is there any questions in any of the rooms right now?
No sweat. I'm gonna check online. Like I said, if a question pops up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all.
No sweat. I'm gonna check online. And like I said, if a question in the room pops up, you know what I'm saying, y'all can just go ahead and just say it on the mic. Say, Salaki, I'll hear you. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? Expound if I can. If I can answer the question, that's what I'll do. You know what I'm saying? If not, you know what I mean, we'll just write it down until one of the Adawanian can come in and clarify, you know what I'm saying, the answer for us. All right. But no sweat. If there's no questions, Yanazar, what's what you got, bro?
Question because I was reading.
Salaki, can everybody hear Yanazar?
Can y'all hear me
on the mic?
I can hear you.
Shalom, Akim Adawanyam. Yabba Shema Shabbat Thumb. Okay, so I was reading Judges 1 and 2, and I just want to understand one thing. In Judges 2, the Most High told us in Judges 1, he told us to go in and take these cities and kick these heathen out. And then chapter 2, he says, y'all didn't do what I told y'all to do. Now there's an instance where Judah asked Simeon, Judah told Simeon, you help me get these people out, and I'll help you get the people out of your area. So Simeon helped Judah get the people out. Then Judah helped Simeon get the people out. But when Judah went by themselves, and with all the nation, all the tribes went by themselves to expel these people, they all fell. And the Most High said, y'all didn't do what I told you to do to kick these triggers out. Right. So what the question I'm asking is, when Judah asked Simeon to help, shouldn't we have helped each other do this? Shouldn't we have acted as a nation instead of acting as an individual tribes? Because each individual tribe, this is in Judges.
Let's read it.
Come on, sir. Let me get it.
Yeah, let's go to this actual scripture. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can get some understanding on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, everybody heard that we're going to the book of Judges, right?
We're gonna go to the pertinent part. I think is in Judges 2.
Okay.
Let me get Judges 2.
See if you can find the, you know what I'm saying, if there's a specific verse
Okay.
that kind of, you know, goes into what you're talking about.
Okay, we're gonna go to Judges chapter 2 and verse 1.
God, Judges chapter 2 and verse 1.
And it reads, and the angel of the Lord came up from Gilgal to Bochim and said, I made you to go up out of Egypt and have brought you into the land which I swear unto your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you.
Now, as we go ahead and try to expound on this, let's just point out as we go along, who's talking here?
This is the Most High through Moses.
The
No,
Most-
this is the angel of the Lord.
right.
Kind of what Salakia said.
God, so this is an angel of the Lord. It says it clear as day that this is an angel of the Lord. But what did the angel say? Did the angel say, oh, so the Lord sent me and he told me to tell you da 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 da? That's not what the angel said. What did the angel say? The angel said, I made you to go up out of Egypt, and I brought you into the land which I swear unto your fathers. The angel is a mouthpiece for
representative of the Most
the
High.
Most High, right? So whenever you see the Lord spake unto this person, the Lord said this to this person, except for in rare occasions, 99.9% of the time, when it says the Lord spoke to so and so, it was an angel of the Most High that actually spoke to that person. The Lord doesn't get up off his throne for nothing. All right. So we have another example of that here.
What,
Continue.
sir? Kind of what come. Verse 2. And ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land. Ye shall throw down their altars, but ye have not obeyed. So I gotta turn the page. You have not obeyed my voice. Why have ye done this? Verse 3. Wherefore I also said, I will not drive them out from before you, but they shall be as thorns in your side, and their gods shall be a snare. So with that being said, sir, the question is, and when you read in verse 1, every tribe that tried to expel the inhabitants of the land from their particular land that went on their own, they all fell. The only successful expulsion was when Judah and Simeon worked together.
Right.
You understand?
I got you.
So what I'm trying to bring out and what I'm trying to learn is that should we have not worked together and kicked these heathen
Got
out
you.
land by land? That's
Got
what
you. I completely understand.
Most High in Christ.
No
sir.
sweat, right? So to answer your question, what was the order given by the Most High?
The Most High said that when we go into these lands,
Uh-huh.
right, to expel, he didn't say individual tribes. He told the nation of Israel to go into these lands and kick these other heathen nations to hell out of these lands.
Now, before we get to the details of who did what, right?
Come on.
You just said he gave the children of Israel an order to go into these lands and expel these heathens from the lands, right?
Come.
Now, there were some instances where we did that, right?
Only one.
Right.
And that's when Simeon and Judah worked together. And that's in chapter 1. I can't remember the verse.
No sweat.
We're not going to go back to that, but I'm you know, and Simeon and Judah together worked to kick out the Perizzites or whoever the hell they
Right.
were, and they were successful.
Right. Now go to chapter 1 and verse 19.
Verse 9.
Come.
This is
So
the
make it
book.
real simple.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 1 and verse 19. And the Lord was with Judah. Salakia. And he drove out the inhabitants of the, but could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley because they had chariots of iron.
So the Lord was with them when they drove out the inhabitants of the mountain, but he wasn't with them when they tried to drive with the inhabitants in the valley. You know what I'm saying? They had them iron chariots and Judah couldn't deal with them. Keep going.
Come. Most High in Christ. Verse 20. And they gave Hebron unto Caleb,
Uh-huh.
as Moses said.
Right, go ahead.
And he expelled thence the 3 sons of Anak.
Right, read on, verse 21.
Verse 21.
You should see a pattern here. Go ahead.
Khan. And the children of Benjamin did not drive out the Jebusites
Mhm.
that inhabited Jerusalem.
They did what?
Inhabited Jerusalem.
No, it says the children of Benjamin did what?
The children did not
They did not. Go ahead.
drive out the Jebusites that
Uh-huh.
inhabited Jerusalem.
Right.
But the Jebusites dwell with the children of Benjamin
Oh, wait a minute.
in this Jerusalem until this day. This is what I'm talking about. Most High Christ.
Now we just like now it's starting to become clear, right? Like you what you said was right on track, but we starting to see that's what happens right there, right? Because we read in Judges 2 where the Lord reminded them of what he told them, right? He said, and he said, Salakia, made you go back to Egypt, verse 2, and ye shall make no league. What does that mean to make no league?
Don't make no covenants, no agreements with
Right.
them.
Don't get down with them at all. Don't make no league with them, with the inhabitants of this land. Ye shall throw down their altars. Right? That means you're going to disgrace their gods. You're going to tear down all of their religious relics, all of their statues, everything that they got. You're going to tear. If we was in Greece, we would be tearing down Helen. We're tearing down Zeus. We're tearing down Perseus. We're tearing all of that down. All of it, right? And ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land. Ye shall throw down their altars. But ye have not obeyed my voice. Why have ye done this? So what exactly did they do wrong? What exactly did the children of Israel do wrong? Anybody? Anybody know what we did wrong? There's like 2 answers to it, pretty much. What's up? Straight up African tried to walk in here.
Yeah, he tried to walk in. He said that one of the so-called Kemetic people told him about us. He said he want to check it out. I told you, are you a black man?
Right.
I said, you can't come in.
Most High in Christ, give Yanazar, Officer Yanazar a hand. I don't know if y'all heard what just occurred, but you know what I'm saying? The Dikembe Mutombo just tried to walk into school. You know what I'm saying? Manute Bol tried to trespass and walk into the Durham school, and of course, you know what I'm saying, he was not allowed entry in here. You know what I mean? Because we don't associate. We reading. There you go. Give him another hand because we reading the scripture that says not to be in league with the other nations, and we're not in league with them because they cannot come in here. You understand? But we follow, you know what I'm saying, God's laws. We do what God told us to do. So what we did wrong, you know what I'm saying, just to clarify. First off, the Lord told us to drive them out. The Lord don't deal in maybes and kind of. This ain't horseshoes. You know what I'm saying? Like close to don't count. All right. If you get an order from the Lord, what are you supposed to do? Follow it. Obey it. Any officer in the ISUPK fully understands this phrase. Get it done. You know what I'm saying? Get it done. I told you to do this. You were supposed to come back with a report that said, "Con, sir, I did what you said." So the first thing is you're supposed to drive out these other nations. You didn't do that. The other part of the order is to what? Is to never be in league with them. Don't be friends with them. Don't be cool with them. Don't join yourself to them. Don't do it. But yeah, we read in verse 21. Read that one more time, brother.
Come. Verse 21. And the children of Benjamin did not drive out the Jebusites
That's problem number one. They didn't
that
drive them out.
inhabited the land, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Benjamin in Jerusalem until this day.
In other words, it became a melting pot. It became a nice metropolitan area where everyone is welcome. Come, ye all. Let's join together in Jerusalem and be friends. When the Lord told us specifically not to do that. You understand? So without a doubt, we should have helped each other. But the problem is we didn't want help. Problem is that Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we don't want to fight against our enemies. We don't want to fight against heathens. Say what?
If I may, sir, the thing that I got out of this reading this was that, everybody started doing their own thing, man. And instead of following the Lord, every tribe, and it's amazing because every tribe from this point on failed in driving out the people of the land that they were supposed to drive out.
Right.
And what I got from this was that the only time that we were successful in driving them all out is when Simeon and Judah worked together.
Yeah.
So
Well,
this is
yeah.
that's what I'm trying to understand. Okay, we know we didn't disobey the most. That we did disobey the Most High, but was it because we didn't work together? That's what I'm trying to understand.
I don't want to say that the reason why we didn't defeat these other nations and do everything we were supposed to do is because we didn't work together. I don't want to say that because the scripture doesn't say that. You know what I'm saying? We can get some more clarification if it's written somewhere else that doesn't say the reason why we didn't, do what we were supposed to do is because of that reason. But the important thing is that certainly wouldn't have hurt us to work together to drive out these nations. So we could have done what? Completed the order.
Come on, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So we could have, at the end of the day, we were given a task. Do this. We did not do this. And because of that, we had to get dealt with. You know what I'm saying? That's always, the Lord doesn't deal in, with the Most High, there's no gray area. There's no in between. There's no kind of. Now, does that mean that the Lord can't, change his mind about things or make reveal? Of course he can. He's the Most High. He can do what he want to do. But when the Lord gives you an order, you know what I'm saying? Like when the Lord gave Onan, is giving an example, when the Lord gave Onan an order to impregnate his brother's widow, you know what I'm saying? He spilled his seed. Christians think that they think the issue is he spilled his seed. That ain't the issue. The Lord ain't worried about, it's not spooky. It's not magic. It's not, oh, he spilled his seed. Oh my God. No, it's, I told you to do one thing and you didn't do what I told you to do. That's the problem. Go ahead, bro.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm just like, what I'm searching for, it's like, I want the understanding, like the Most High was with Judah and Simeon. And when we went in to expel these nations, right, as individual tribes, because it goes through every tribe, Salaki said, every tribe that acted on its own failed to expel the nation that the Most High, of course, the disobedience is at the forefront. But what I'm trying to understand is, like, if they went in to expel these nations, why wasn't the Most High with them? Was it because they did make covenants with these people, or was it because we didn't work together as a nation?
Think about, okay, so I think you might be getting hung up on the phrase the Lord was with them a little bit, right? The Lord was with them simply means that they won the battle. That's how the Lord being with us. Think of like how black people talk. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost like slang. It's not spooky. It's not like burning sage. And the Lord, it's not like a movie where we go to battle and the Most High is down there with a sword in the fourth dimension, killing for us because the Lord is with us means we did what we were supposed to do. The Lord must have been with us, right? But as soon as we don't do what we're supposed to do, as soon as somebody let Satan, like that, like in the scriptures, I can't remember the scripture, but where that one brother, when they were supposed to leave everything. They weren't supposed to take anything. They were supposed to kill the inhabitants of the land, and they weren't supposed to take any treasures or anything. And that one brother took something. I think it was King David, was like, yo, something's up. Why are we suddenly losing battles? Why is this happening? Someone is doing something. Because as soon as one person ain't doing right, the Lord's what? Read my mind. Exactly. We going back to your point, we move as a nation. We move as a nation. So if 99% of us is going against the Ammonites in battle, but one of us just has a soft spot. Like, I can't kill this Ammonite. Go ahead and flee. That actually happens in this chapter, where they let one man go, and it says that man went and built a city. When the Most High said, "What? Kill all of them." But black people always got to have compassion, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We supposed to have compassion. Like, that's part of our characteristics. But when the Lord says don't have compassion, don't have none. Kill everybody. Not murder, kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not committing murder because right. And they don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. They don't follow the Lord. So he's like, yo, get rid of all of them. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. But does that, you know what I'm saying? Does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay, we got a question online. This is from Officer Quadum. What's going on, bro? Shalom. Salakia. Gotta get a general breakdown. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33 and verse 10 and 12. Baba Kusha. All right, bro. Could you get me Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33 and verse 10? Yeah, Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Yeah, 33 and verse 10. Like I said, if y'all got any questions in y'all zones, you know what I'm saying, just let me know.
33 and 10. Okay. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33 and verse 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth.
So, like, let me get to it. Bear with me just a moment. Ecclesiasticus 33, verse 10. Can I read that one more time?
And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth.
Keep going.
Okay. Verse 11. In much knowledge the Lord hath delivered them.
Read it again.
In much knowledge the Lord hath divided them.
There we go. That's the key.
Divided them and made their ways diverse. Verse 12. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified and set near himself.
Right.
But some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places.
Okay. So do you need a Quadum? You need a general breakdown, or is there a specific part or a certain aspect of it, you know what I'm saying, that you you were trying to understand?
So, like you said, if I may,
Please.
On 10, you know, like it says, that all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of the earth. So, what was the distinctive of these two? Because from, you know, like I was thinking it was a precept to it, which was Genesis 2 and 7. It says, "And the Most High Power formed a man of the dust of the ground, and breathed to his nostrils the breath of life, and a man became a living soul." So, would this be the example of what you know, King Solomon is bringing out in Ecclesiasticus when he said Adam was created of the earth?
Absolutely. It's absolutely a precept, because if you read it, let's go up a little bit, right? This is the precept. What Quadum brought out is excellent. That's the perfect precept to this. This precept is about, what's another one? Because what you said, Quadum, is right on point. But give me another precept that goes with this. I'll give you a hint. It's in the Apocrypha as well. Because there's a simple point that's being made in verse 10. It's a very simple concept that you can read a scripture in the Apocrypha that says essentially the same thing.
So like you said, you're talking about Second Ezra 6 and 54.
Give him a hand. That's the one, right? Why? What does it say in 2 Ezra 6 and 54 that is the same thing that this is saying?
So like you said, where it says like how we all come from Adam, but the Most High has also the people that came from Adam. There's a chosen people.
Exactly. Now read verse 11 again.
Okay, come slow.
Going into verse 12.
Come on,
So
sir.
you're right, Quidum, where it says, right? It says, and all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth, which is simply saying what? We know that all men come from who? From Adam.
Come.
All men are from the ground because Adam was from the ground. Adam was formed of the dust of the earth. Now, of course, does that mean that because fake Israelites, all fake Israelites got a picture in their house of like some big brolic hands, pause, and and he's holding some dust, and there's like a man like coming out of the ground. He's like made of mud. Y'all ever seen that picture before? Anybody ever seen this? Salakia?
Come, sir. I've seen it.
Y'all seen that picture, right? It's just some hands, and then there's a man that's kind of part man and half dust, and they believe that the Lord made earth and dirt, and then to make humans, he picked up the dirt and like made like a person, and that's how Adam was made. And fake Israelites think that is proof that Adam was what? Black.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
That picture is right next to the picture where it says the footsteps in the sand. They got the mud man picture. They got the mud man picture right next to the footsteps in the sand.
Right, they're right. God, that's right. They got I remember that picture very clear in my Christian mother's house. The footprints in the sand and Christ walks with you and all of that. But yeah, so if you're not in the ISUPK and you don't understand this Bible, you might read the scripture that says Adam was formed of the ground and think it means that God used dirt nuggets to make him. You know what I'm saying? But that's not at all what it's talking about. Okay. What does it mean when it says Adam was formed of the dust of the ground?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
It just means a low state of people, meaning that when Adam was created, the Most High chose him from a family like a low state. That means everybody would figure it out. Everybody eating jams and waiting for lightning to strike a tree for fire. But Adam was the first one with this knowledge and wisdom, but he was taken from a low state. That's the dust.
Right. Con. Adam. Con. Most time get that brother in here, man. Exactly. Con. Right. So Adam was taken from a state of humanity where human beings were nigh unto, for lack of a better word, nigh unto beasts, nigh unto animals. Animals don't really have cognition, right? Another word that Officer Yarmak brought out the other day in class, which was excellent, is that they don't have discernment. An animal is going to do what's best for it to survive, right? It's going to survive, it's going to eat, and so on. But you can try to convince any animal that, you should cover up your private parts because it's inappropriate for you to have your rod out in front of your kids or strangers. You know what I'm saying? A chimpanzee is going to look at you like, he ain't going to say this because he can't say it, but in his chimp mind, he's going to be like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Why the hell would I put my rod away? Like, that's how animals think. They don't have the cognition to use or to establish what is called, you know what I'm saying, in science, like abstract thinking. That's an abstract thought. Like, let me cover, my rod up. Let me cover my private parts up, you know what I'm saying, and not expose myself. An animal cannot understand that.
Salakia.
Yeah, please.
They don't know. They don't have the ability to be embarrassed.
Damn right. That's a great point, Boz. Right? With discernment. They don't have. You can a monkey can't be embarrassed. Can't be embarrassed or ashamed because he's naked. They don't have that ability. And there was a time when human beings were exactly like that, where man on earth, he wasn't embarrassed by the idea of someone finding out he had sex with his sibling. That didn't embarrass him. He just was like, well, I mean, the rod is made of skin, so it's all the same to me. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't embarrassed by putting his rod in another man. He wasn't embarrassed by that. You understand? Because the Lord didn't give them what? At that time. What did they not have before Adam?
They
The
didn't have
law is that's the answer, but give me the word it would say in the Bible. What was Adam given?
Oh yeah, the breath of life.
Damn right. The breath of life.
There's a
They
lot.
didn't have the breath of life. So they had nasty, disgusting gay sex and died of AIDS, and it was just normal. Go ahead, Kawal.
Right. So but that's how we all are without the law, though. Like, you can look at heathens, for example. They got like heathenist villages where they walk around butt naked. I was talking to a sister one time, and she was just, and I know it's a tender spot with sisters when they give birth. They act like, I get it. But she was breastfeeding like out in public in Chili's with her breast out, and a table full of men. And my thing is, like, it make you feel uncomfortable looking at that, but it's kind of like, without these laws of like shame, like, all you gotta do is breastfeed your baby, either prepare a pump before you go.
That's right.
Blanket over it, have some shame. She just pulled it out in the restaurant, and then when you try to correct her on it, they get mad at you like, my body, my choice. You can't tell a sister what to do. Like, you just pulled your breast down in front of 20 niggas, like 20 Negroes. And you're like, what are you doing?
That's a fact. No, what you're saying is heavy, bro. That's exactly where I was going with it. That's the difference, right? When you don't have the law, when you don't have the breath of life, you will pull your titties out in public, and you think that makes you a strong, independent woman. You a strong black woman and the divine feminine. Right. Let me show everybody my divine feminine in the middle of Wendy's. And you're proud of this. You have what? As the brother said, you have no shame. As Ba'a said, you are not capable of embarrassment. And now we're living in a time where that's the most normal thing. It's getting worse, right? Like, nowadays, like, they are championing what? They are championing not being ashamed, not being able to be embarrassed. Yes, I will be a disgusting piece of garbage. Why should I be ashamed of that? But that's not something new, as the Bible says. There's what? Nothing new under the sun. That's not a new thing. You're not an evolved person. LGBTQ, you're not evolved in your thinking. That's not an advance. No, if anything, you are a digression. You're going back to the most base level of human being that is imaginable. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, same thing, man. Brothers think that it's something cool in the world. Don't let me get too far off topic, but brothers in the world think it's something cool with sticking a rod in every woman that walks around. That makes you more of a man. That makes you more of a man because you just rod for everybody, just whoever wants it. Then they look at us funny. Why? Because we have what? We have discernment. We have some damn standards. You understand? We don't what they say? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like the your rod got a head, but it don't got a brain. Some brothers just let their rod do all the thinking for them. And in the world, oh man, that's a real man right there. That's you know what I'm saying? That's what we should aspire to be like. Not according to this Bible. You know what I'm saying? Now, Salaki, going back to the situation with Adam, that's exactly what it means, right? So Adam is from the dust because he was the first of those people. He was born into a family of people who were one way, and he ended up not being like that. He was born into a family of people that did what? They ate pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, mollusks, scallops, monkey brains. You know what I'm saying? Duck. Give me some more. What's some nasty octopus, calamari,
eel.
Oh my God, eel. Shark. Go ahead, Yanazor.
Like I saw a video the other day. It was some Africans.
Oh boy.
And they was walking through the bush, and each one of them had a baboon like tied to their back, like they had went in. And these baboons, and they had them in their back, like, they was going to eat these baboons.
They did. They ended up eating them baboons. You got to be a nasty Like, bro, Salakia. All unlawful foods are terrible, all of them. But there is something about the idea of eating a monkey that is like, it's like, because like now we know we didn't come from monkeys, but in terms of genetics, like genetic coding, monkeys are primates, right? That share certain characteristics with humans, right? They have opposable thumbs, right? Their brains are, you know what I'm saying, are a certain size or whatever. You eating a monkey, I mean, that's like nigh until you eating the nigga. So like, for my language. You know what I'm saying? It's like you eating a person damn near. I'm not saying it's a person or we're related. I'm simply saying that in the animal kingdom, a primate has a lot of things that get overlap with humans. And for you to eat a monkey is crazy to me. Of all, it's just wild. But yeah, that's what Africans do. They love monkey brains and all of that, right? But that's where Adam came from. Adam came from people that ate monkey brains. And he was the first person who had the intelligent idea. It didn't, of course, come from him. It came from the Lord. Adam looked at the stars and realized what? Damn, monkey brains is not food. Damn, that's like an epiphany. Like, that's like an amazing idea. You know what I'm saying? 10,000 years ago, that was, innovative. Like, wait a minute, we shouldn't eat monkey. Like, forget monkey brains. The idea that we shouldn't eat whatever, that we should have like a moral code or a standard for what we eat, as long as it doesn't kill us, was innovative. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, you eat catfish, right? I'm not gonna tell you that if you eat catfish, you're gonna die tomorrow. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of black people have been eating pork. They tell you that all the time, right? We've been eating pork since forever, and they live to be 90 years old, eating pork and all kind of stuff. I don't know. You might full foods and die at 40. It could happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be like, oh, well, if you eat this, you're going to die. I don't know. But to have that standard is what the Lord told us to do. So Adam was the first person to be given this innovative thought of, wait a minute, I shouldn't eat that. Like that. Yes, it will service my hunger, but there's something more than being hungry. You feel me? Like, yes, if I put my rod in that, I'll have an orgasm, but there's something more important than that. There's something higher, having an orgasm or satisfying my hunger or my lust or whatever it may be. Adam was the first person to have that. So that's why Adam was made of the dust of the ground. All right? You follow me? God. Most High in Christ. Now it says in verse 10, right? And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. So that covers that. That's why it's saying all men, because all men come from Adam. Read verse 11, Yanazor.
Verse 11. In much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them.
In what?
The Lord hath divided them.
In much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them. Right? So going back to what Quadam said, which was excellent, on point, right? Where he brought up that precept in Ecclesiasticus, in second Ezra 6:54, that says all men are of Adam, right? And then it says, I'm paraphrasing, and those you have chosen, and the children of Israel, so to speak. Right? So all men come from Adam, but guess what? He made a what between them? Read my mind. A division or a separation. We all come from Adam, but they're over here and we're over here. You understand? In much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them. Read on.
Verse 12.
No sweat, like gotta get the door. Is anybody can pick up from him in verse 12?
Khan, sir, I got it.
Go ahead, Kudam.
This is the book Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33, verse 12. Some of them hath he blessed, and exalted,
Con.
and some of them he sanctified.
So some you ready, other one? Con. Salakia. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and captain of 13,000 Naya Thought.
Shalom, Akim. Shalom. What's the question?
He was basically asking this kind of for a general breakdown, understanding of what Ecclesiastes is.
You finish it?
No, we were still kind of into. I was as the second Exodus before, Adam, just showing the difference between us.
Okay. So, Kodam, you good on it?
No concert.
Okay. Any more questions? Anything on YouTube? Just give me 1 minute, right?
So, like, if I may, other one.
Come on.
Hey, quick question. With the death of Kevin Samuels, what is something that we can take to the streets to like break it down for the people that Kevin Samuels?
Oh boy. Okay. Everybody know who Kevin Samuels was, right? He was this what they call it, a YouTuber, right? So he wasn't what? He wasn't a priest of the Lord. He was just given so-called what? Black women and men what had so-called marriage council, right? Which we know in that in Esau's kingdom, that type of marriage council is not going to hold a family together. So if you're going out on the streets, you're going to have to let the people know that Kevin Samuel ain't no different than your preacher. They're not getting paid to keep your family together.
So like,
come on.
Kevin Samuels, he was a high volume. He was giving out high volume advice, but he wasn't a high volume man like the priest in the ISUPK.
That's it. You understand? It's like you going for heart surgery to a mechanic. A mechanic getting your heart surgery. Where you think gonna happen? Yeah. You understand? Because he ain't teaching what? I can have more than one woman. He ain't teaching that. He teaching what Esau teaches, which is what? One man, one woman. You understand? And we know how that lasts. Go take a look at the statistics on marriages. You understand? You have your Google machine, put it in. Tell me where's the statistics on divorce in America? Right? And how you tackle it also too. Basically is it's like you could go into the law on marriage. You know what I mean? You teaching the basic on marriage is doing more than what Kevin Samuel did in his lifetime. You understand? You going in and showing that what sex is marriage according to the Bible is more than what he did in a what lifetime. Way more. So you want to take it to the streets, go into the law on marriage. All right, and let the people know that, you know what I mean, you taking advice from him is like taking letting a mechanic do heart surgery on you. You know what I mean? Lord be with you on that day. You know what I mean? Come on.
We also, you know, anytime a celebrity dies, like when Prince died or Whitney Houston, you know, especially being Israelites, we get this notion that it's always a conspiracy or they were wicked as hell. And it's good to keep in mind that, you know, like what Christ was saying in Luke 13 and 2 and 3, where he was saying, you know, I tell you nay, but except you repent, you shall likewise perish. Like to remind the people that you think Kevin Samuels was teaching about high value men and sex not marriage. He's just as ignorant as you. All y'all celebrated Christmas and New Year's. You're just like Kevin Samuels if you don't repent. So instead of looking at trying to examine him like he's so wicked, you're going to meet the same demise if you don't repent and serve the Lord.
Right. That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. Come on.
So, like, sir, on the topic of Kevin Samuel, I guess one question I have is like, so, you know, because it's one of those situations where you run into some kind of, you know, internet personality or some person that's saying things that to some degree we wouldn't necessarily disagree with. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things he might have said about, you know what I'm saying, you know, these women who you know live a certain lifestyle, but then they expect to have a good man. These women who have a bunch of abortions then expect to have a good man, or they hop from you know what I'm saying, from rod to rod and so on. You know, is not necessarily something we would disagree with. And then he's talking, and then he's getting brothers in the world to be like, oh man, that makes sense, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I guess as a man, I should value myself or whatever. How do we deal with, or how do we, you know what I'm saying, get people to understand, like, oh, Zion was saying, we go to the streets or what have you, or we get into a battle, like, just because someone is saying something that part right there might even be correct. That he might be right about that, but don't take that too far. Like, don't, you know what I mean? Don't put too much stock in it because he might have said a few correct things. Like, what would be some scriptures we can use?
That's like give me where Christ say, yeah, like he told the people to do what the Sadducees and Pharisees say to do, but don't what?
Don't do it as they do.
Yeah, so get that.
Come.
You understand? Like, it's sad, you know what I mean, the brother passed away, but at the same time too, we're not to Adam, we're not glorifying his death as Kowal said. You know what I mean? But we should take this as an example that we should live each day as what? Your last. You understand?
I got it.
In the truth. You understand? Not in the world. Because you tell a brother that live each day as your last. He is, you know what I mean? He is going to be clubbing. He's going to be doing the whole shenanigans.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
YOLO. You only live one.
Yeah. You understand? Exactly. All right. And so you have that one there. What again? That's a good one. Kowal pull to Luke what? That is Luke 13 and 2.
Luke chapter Luke chapter 13 verse 2 and 3.
Right.
Read 2 all the way down to 6.
Right. That's a good one for brothers and sisters who basically doing what? Who happy that the brother passed away. You understand? Because he was exposing your lifestyle. You happy. You understand? And you shouldn't look at that as, you know what I mean, Lord dealing with him. Because brother, we much worse than that. You understand?
Come on.
Come on. You have it there? Go ahead.
Come on, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 23 and verse 3. All therefore, whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do.
You understand? This is what you're saying. And now, don't get me wrong. It sounds like he is what? He telling the truth. He going based off of what? Of, you know what I mean, what really occurs in your lifestyle. You know what I mean? America lives off of that. America strive on our pain. They make a ton of money about Black and Hispanics and Native Indian pain. That Maury Povich. You understand? That Jerry Springer. Where's the other one? There's a ton of shows. That Fresh.
Steve Wilco.
Fresh and Fit. That's it. You all know who I'm talking about? The African. We did a what's the it's some fresh something with some heathen.
Okay, so he's right. Fresh and Fit. One's a heathen and one's a
brother from the Caribbean.
Right. Mhm.
Right, yeah. Like they're going based on off of the pain of Black woman. You understand? And they know that is like you know what I mean, that's like traction to America. You go at the Black woman and you tell her how she's a big bee, she oversized, she this, she that. You know what I mean? It's going to attract a ton of attention. But what was he really doing to fix Black women? What was he really doing to fix them? Is going in gym going to fix you not eating pork? Is going in the gym going to keep your relationship, you know what I mean, from falling apart? No, it's not. So even though it might sound as if he talking the truth, it's not all the way. And if it's not all the way the truth, I wouldn't follow it. That's right. You understand? You ain't going to a mechanic who just, you know what I mean, sort of know about, you know what I mean, fixing the engine. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I know what's going on in your car. A mechanic tell you that, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna come back and check you, all right? I'm gonna come back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't worry, don't touch anything. Right. I'm gonna come back.
Salaki.
You ain't saying, well, there's some truth to what he's saying. You ain't playing like that with your car.
Salaki, Cap, you hitting it on the head. What you're saying is so heavy because it's the same in the Christian church. You go in the Christian church with so many different problems that you're going through. You expect to go in there and be healed, but what they tell you, just pray about it. They're not fixing the problem.
Yes, and that's why I say he's no different than a preacher. You know what I mean? Your preacher, he you know, I mean, he tells you, you know what I mean? He tell you, you gotta stop smoking. That's something what? That's something good. You should stop smoking, right? But at the end of the day, he ain't fixing you. He ain't making you. He ain't really putting what's inside you to actually stop you from smoking. You come to the UPK, we're gonna actually fix you. That's right. We're gonna actually get you right. We're gonna get your relationship all the way right. What's the first thing a woman learn to do when they come to the school? Married or unmarried? What's the first thing she learns to do?
Salaki.
Come on.
That she's off limits for 6 months.
Nah, what's the first thing she learned to do?
Cover her head.
Nah, come on. Say that. Come on. Game.
Shut her damn mouth.
Yes. She learns that first.
You said that.
Now the first thing she learned. No matter things she gonna get. But the first thing to learning, she gotta shut her mouth. She got to. Or else there ain't nothing going inside. She gonna be, I mean, a big ball of emotions. You understand? Right? But he ain't teaching them that. He's teaching them to be high value. High value is shutting your mouth. Step one. You understand? You have a husband, you obey him unless he tells you to do something that is a crime against the Lord. If he tells you to do something that's a crime against the Lord, he tells you to take this bag of marijuana and take it down to Tyrone or Baba. You say, sir, I cannot do that. You understand? I'll take a sandwich to Baba or whatever, but I'm not taking no crack or no cocaine, no marijuana. I'm not doing that. You understand? Like they come in here and learn how to have a family. You understand? How to in other words, they learn their role in the house. They learn their role in the community. You understand? A black woman has a role in the community. And a what? A black man has a role in the community. You understand? All right? You all here? You good, right?
Oh, kind of. The sound kind of went down a little bit.
All right. Yeah, finish reading yet?
Don't come. All therefore, whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do, but do not ye after their works, for they say and do not.
Guess what? You shouldn't be following them. You should be following Christ. You understand? Christ was basically telling you to do what? Follow me. Don't follow them. You understand? But at least he can tell them is what? Do what they're telling you to do. Right. At least what they're telling you, what he's telling you to do that. But don't what? Don't do what? Read that part one more time.
Come. But do not ye after their works.
Don't do after their works. Don't.
Okay, sir.
Come on.
It's a sister in the chat, Sakurai Naya. She was answering the question. She said, Salakia, sir, submit.
Yes. Right? Submit is a broad word, but I was being specific on shutting your mouth. That is the hardest thing for a woman to do. You get a sister to shut her mouth. Oh, you could work with something.
We're in the book of Matthew, chapter 23 and verse 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You could, you know what I mean, you could, you know what I mean, you could put, you know what I mean, you could get something out of her ark. But if she can't shut down or she can't control her emotions, you in hell. Utter hell. You understand? And as I say,
Salakia, sir.
he ain't no different than a preacher. Give me where it say where it talks about go ahead. Somebody was saying something.
So it's like I was saying, if this could be a precept as well with the topic what we're talking about.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12. It says, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death."
Yeah. Understand? And that is what? That's straight Samuel. You understand? That's him right there. It seemed right to follow him. It seemed right to, you know what I mean, big him up and say he was, you know what I mean, he was trying to get, you know what I mean, bring families together. That is not trying to bring a family together. So you tell me a brother who is big and so-called overweight, he can't get a high value woman. A sister who ain't, you know what I mean, perfect in your eyes, she can't get a high value man. Nah. What you teaching you teaching black hate the self. You understand? You teaching black people to hate themselves. You're not teaching them to love each other. You understand? You're not. What did it say in Proverbs 31? In Proverbs 31, did it tell you about, you read anything about her weight? You read anything about the amount of money she bringing in? You read about her age? Is she 35 and over? She left over? No, you didn't read nothing like that in the Bible, because that is just talk to get what? Traction. Okay? That is just to get traction. That has nothing to do with what? Uplifting black people.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
This is sister in the chat. Soccer around the yard says, Salaki, sir, the world, Kevin Samuels, etc. only offer band-aid repairs, which are temporary. The UPK offer permanent solutions.
That's right. Get us a hand. That's a perfect way to put it. You understand? Come on.
Now, I just want to say, like, I just watched a couple of his video. He hated black women, man.
Yes.
He hated black women so much, man. He wasn't even worthy to be listened to me.
Yes. And the ones he hated was the ones that were overweight, the poor ones, the ones basically the rejects of the, you know, I mean, in the black community.
So
You understand? And Christ came for the what? Came for who? Them.
That's right.
You understand? The ones that the rich rejected. Come on.
Salaki, sir, if I may, he also, let me make sure I say this delicately. He also made a lot of very homoerotic statements, and I believe he implied that gay statements, and he implied that if a man is not, he wants, a brother called into him asking for trying to get a high value woman, he started asking this man how large his rod is.
Oh yeah.
That's the kind of advice he was given, that if you know.
Yeah,
to his brother.
I saw that one. Yeah, I could stick with this one.
Okay.
So why then? All right. Yeah, different angles you could take on the streets with it. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to glorify any brother dead. That's all. But you could use him as a teaching tool for black community. You understand? Use him as a good teaching tool. All right. Any more on that? Huh? Yeah, go ahead. Give me some more. There's one-on-one. Where it tells you about them going after the lust of their heart.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Can we also use, you know, he said about taking Kevin Samuels to the street. A lot of people, you know, he came out on his own podcast show under fire for years, saying that he was a homosexual or gay, and he said out his mouth he wasn't gay. He likes women, but he was still highly effeminate. And I know in the Bible it talks about that, about, you know, even how the Most High, about the righteous and effeminate not inherit the kingdom of heaven. So you, just because you dodged the bullet and say I'm not gay, you're still highly effeminate. Like all his mannerisms and the things he talked about, all that high value garbage, it was highly effeminate, and the Most High hates that.
Yes.
Not safe either way you put it, just because you're not actually physically gay. You're effeminate as hell. That's still wrong.
That's correct. That's all the way correct. All the way correct.
That's right.
I mean, the way he dressed, the way he wore his clothes, you know what I mean? And say he was what do you so call them people? What was it, slavery?
Image consultant.
A consultant.
Image consultant, right? And who image he trying to get you in? in.
Oh, Salakia, I forgot, sir, too. Kevin Samuels also said, black men, once you You graduate high school, you need to cut those braids off your head. No braids, no dreads, no afros. You need to get a haircut.
Yeah,
Shape your face. He taught that.
yeah, you know what I mean? You're trying to take us all the way back to what? Being under massa. You understand? The Lord ain't gonna have that. All right. And that's to show you again, like you going to a mechanic to do your heart is, you know what I mean, is retarded. You taking advice from a comedian like Steve Harvey, it's, you know what I mean, the joke's gonna be on you in about 2 years or 2 months or 2 days.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
What Officer Kowal bringing out so heavy, just to piggyback on what he's saying, it takes us right back to the Christian church, because I remember back when I was going to the Christian church, even though I was asleep half the time, my mom used to tell me, "Why you got them gold teeth in your mouth? Why you do this?" Then you go in the Bible. King Solomon had gold teeth. Christ had a fro. So it takes it right back to that Christian church. It effeminizes black men and praises black women.
You're so correct. And you know what I mean? And it goes to show you too that, you know what I mean, the church is not teaching nothing in the Bible. Nothing whatsoever in the Bible. They are not, you know what I mean, they ain't teaching. That's why I say he is no different than a preacher. You understand? Preacher, he will, you know what I mean, he will fast asleep with your woman. Knows that there is what? There's evidence out there showing you that these pastors, you know what I mean, they just about what? Money, sex, woman. About that's it. And they're showing some boys on the side, some men on the side. Come on.
The scripture you say you were looking for, is it Psalm 81?
No, it's in the New Testament.
Okay, come on.
Where it speaks about the preacher going after their own lust.
Come.
I forget the exact wording. Like they look up where it say itching ears.
Come.
Look up where it say itching ears. And that lets you know that, you know what I mean, black people only accepted him because he was speaking their truth. Whatever that means. You know what I mean? Some people like to say, well, you know what I mean, he was talking what? His truth? I don't know. What the hell is that? You know what I mean? Like, we ain't speaking our truth. You know what I mean? We're speaking what's in the Bible, the most high truth. Okay. You understand? Which is totally different. You know what I mean? Come on.
It's 2 Timothy 4:3.
Come on, read it.
It says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
The what?
They will not endure sound doctrine.
You want to know why the classroom empty of women? Because a man could have more than one woman. A time will come when they will what?
When they will not endure sound doctrine.
They ain't going to endure sound doctrine. You understand? Why is it so hard for our sister to accept it? Because it's sound doctrine, and this sound doctrine, Kevin Samuel wasn't teaching you.
Right.
He was teaching you to stay with that one dragon. He wasn't trying to get that woman, stop that woman from being a dragon, from being a brand new woman. He was creating dragons who was going for men after what? The money and their success. So now a poor brother like me and you, guess what? We got to kick dust or eat rocks, kick rocks. You understand? Right? Read on.
But after their own lust.
But after their what?
Their own lust.
So why was Samuel speaking in his own truth?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Because he pretty much was telling people what they want to hear.
Yeah. You think black women don't know the state in the black community? You go 50 years back when the black man was in the house. You understand? And the kids were growing up a certain way. And now, 50 years now, we're into 2022, single family home. It's a mess. It's a total mess. They see the issue, they know the problem. But how he was bringing it to them, it seemed as if it was what? Their truth or his truth.
Right.
So it seems it was good. You know what I mean? So guess what? I'm gonna go to the gym. And my diet will be what? Lobsters and crab.
Right.
Right? Or squid and noodles. Right? But I'm gonna go to the weight and I'm trying to tone down. You know what I mean? So on Fridays is my off day. So guess what? I'm gonna smoke some weed. I'm gonna get high. He wasn't trying to help or save black people, you know what I mean, from the sins. He wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to tell them things they wanted to hear. You think so? A big girl, she doesn't know. She gonna have to put the sandwich down, you know what I mean, keep the fridge closed for a minute. Nah, she knows that, but she wants to hear it. She wants to hear that. So she calls in. You got to do this. You got to do that. Nah, come sit down in this class and learn to shut your mouth. You know what I mean? Come sit down in this class and learn to accept a man could have more than one woman. Come on, sit down in the class and accept it. Put all your emotions aside, put it up in a ball, and just throw it to the side. And come to class. Come to the men of God and learn how to serve the Lord. You understand? Right? Read on.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears.
Having what?
Itching ears.
I like that. They don't want to hear Commander Jerry Hanna and these rough brothers. They don't want to hear them. They want things in their ears that sound what? Sweet. So it's song, you know what I mean? It's song right. It was his truth. Like what garbage is that? We talking about his truth. Meaning what? His opinion. All right? That was his opinion on how a relationship should be formed. A relationship should be formed on high value men and high value women. So you scrubs, all right? And you what do you call them? I don't want to scrub and what kind
Pigeons.
of
Other one, you know that song?
yeah, pigeons.
I don't want no pigeons.
Yeah, no pigeons and no scrubs allowed. You understand?
Yeah, we don't want none.
You
That's
understand? And that's what he was pushing. You understand? And that is not going to, you know what I mean, keep our family together. What's going to keep our family together is this Bible, these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
That commanded Jerry Hanna teaching us throughout all these schools in America. We're not speaking our truth. We're speaking what? The Lord's truth. Yeah, there's total difference in that. We're not speaking it to get viewerships or views. We're not YouTubers. We preach to the Lord. We on YouTube because this is a new medium to get the truth out there. But if it wasn't, you know what I mean, if that wasn't the case, you know what I mean, we would not be on YouTube.
Okay.
because we not YouTubers. We're not looking for viewerships. We not in that life. We in the life for what? Saving black people life, Hispanics and Native Indians.
Damn right.
We in the life of keeping these families, bringing these black men back in the home. You understand?
So like the other one.
Come on.
Would you say that Kevin Samuels was taking advantage of our pain as a nation of people, just like the oppressor would do?
Yes, just like Jerry Springer, just like Maury Povich, just like your preacher, your AKA preacher, Slick Willie next door in that church. You understand? They take advantage of black women. You know, it's like, you know what's in the media right now that's taking advantage of black women? What's in the media right now that's taking advantage of black women?
The Roe versus Wade.
Abortion, correct.
Right.
Taking advantage of black women.
That's right.
You understand? Destroying their life more. Like, you can't tell me there's no studies being done on the effect an abortion have on a black woman. Tell me there's no studies out there at all. There's studies out there, you understand, showing you that there's more how to put it, pain in committing an abortion. You understand? Come on.
If I may, sir.
Salaki, sir.
They did a study I saw on the news yesterday. They did a study of women who aborted their children, who thought about aborting their children, and women that never thought about aborting their children. And the women that never thought about aborting their children did better in school. Because the mother who thought about hating or killing her child, she has a different mindset.
Yes, she does.
So that's what I saw. And also today, sir, if I may, sir, they said that, like the whole abortion thing is such a con game. There's no moral, there's no morality in it. All it is a political football.
Yes,
that they're kicking around to get that black woman's vote, man.
That is it right there, which is a political scheme. That's it. This only came up because of politics. This came up so that when elections come up, it's gonna be, when the midterm come up, now you're gonna really see a divide on what the country really is all about. If the for Roe or the against Roe. You understand? Come on.
If I may, sir, like Chuck Schumer, what you just said is exactly what he said. He said, we're going to make sure that everybody knows what you stand for. So the Democrats, because Biden is so whack, he is so terrible, you understand, they need something to stand on. So they're going to make this abortion thing the means by which they can con people into following the Democrats. That's going to be their main topic. They said that, like, all of the women that's running for political office, they already making up speeches pertaining to
abortion.
Yes.
Concept. Yeah. And that's the same thing. And they're going to use what? Black women. They're going to use them as tools.
Okay.
And guess who is it to? Is it the rich ones? No. Poor people are to suffer it again. So a brother who ain't got the money, guess what? You can go to Planned Parenthood and they're going to do it for you. For free. They're going to do it. Come on.
So, like, if I may, real quick, so this what you bring out is heavy. What the Akim bring out is heavy, because I just seen an article we was going to bring out on the show on Friday. Is like they already positioning themselves in that way. Like the article was saying that, if Roe v. Wade gets reversed, the biggest losers are the person who's gonna have the worst time of it, who's gonna have the worst effects from it, is gonna be Black and Hispanic women. Trying to suggest that Black and Hispanic women should be the ones championing abortion. They should be the ones that, are most upset by this, and they're gonna fall for it.
Yes.
And before you know it, now abortion numbers, if it goes back,
abortion numbers gonna go up even further than they were before.
Yes. You understand? Yes.
Salaki, sir.
Kevin Samuels ain't trying to, you know what I mean? He ain't talking about that. He ain't saying, hey, how many abortions you had? Oh, you had this? Oh, you know you're not supposed to, you know what I mean, have abortions. He wasn't pushing that. No. He wants you to be high value because guess what? His nose is up in the air for a high value woman or a high value man. You understand? Come on.
Salaki, what you're saying is so heavy. What Daba One was bringing out too is so heavy because they justify it being against the abortion standing, they're being against abortion being canceled or whatever by saying it's going to lead to more deaths of women. But they act like abortion is not a death game. Like the whole result of abortions is death of children.
Yes.
So then they're going to try to justify it by saying it's going to lead to more deaths of women. Like it's a double-minded statement all around. It's an oxymoron what they're trying to play.
Yeah, you're so correct. You know what I mean? Because if it's all about voting, right? How many votes did Democrats put to death already? Over what? 60 million? How many votes they put to death already? Republicans over 50 million, 60 million.
In the last 5 years, sir. No, let's go the last 10 years. Just blacks alone. Just blacks. This doesn't even count Hispanics. 395,000 per year. And if you add Hispanics, that's like 500,000 a year. That's 5 million people in 10 years.
And I guarantee you, it's close to the rate of it is more people, black people dying than getting born. Right?
Salaki, sir.
Very close. Come on.
And on top of that, those children that get aborted, they were going to have kids one day. So it's an exponential amount of lives that they're destroying.
Yes. You understand? But they say what? The kids is the future, right? The future is in the grave. Go ahead.
Con Salakia, what you guys are saying so heavy. I've been around for a minute and you know, I've heard the abortion cause, but I really never really let it marinate how deeply rooted it is as far as in the case of Israel, that when a woman has the option to actually murder your seed, it actually extends to her hating the man that actually put that seed in her. It's like another extension of hatred towards a black man. So the government that's allowing these policies to even be and pushing and promoting it, it's almost like when we talk about how they hunt us or how they are trying to make sure that the name of Israel is no more remembered. This is deeper than just physically incarcerating us and just physically killing us. This is killing us from the womb before they're killing us within the mindset of our black and Hispanic women.
Yes.
They're letting the woman know that, yeah, you know, I can kill you that's inside of me. You know, that DNA, that seed becomes a part of that woman for her to become your helpmeet. You know, the characteristics of that sperm is supposed to be in her genetic code, so she actually starts assisting you a little more. Even when there is no child, that the sperm eventually burrows in her body and becomes a part of her, makes her more, I guess, what is the word? Starts with a C. Connected, but like a cooperative to you over a period of time. Over a period of time, the studies that they did at UNC was saying that the sperm actually burrows. It doesn't go unused, whether it doesn't fertilize the egg or not. So if it doesn't become a life, that basically what we're saying is that even the sperm itself, even the woman is given the ability to kill you twice almost, spiritually as well as physically.
Yes.
And that's just how savage and wicked this beast is. I just see that now, Salaki.
Yes, you know what I mean? What you're saying is all the way correct. I mean, Samuel wasn't saying this. Kevin Samuels wasn't telling you, you know what I mean, wasn't trying to get a woman not to commit abortion. You get a woman to shut her mouth, not commit abortion. You get her to do what the Lord said to do. She's high value. That's high value. Money ain't got nothing to do with it. Success has nothing to do with you being high value. High value comes from your morality, from your integrity. You understand? From that woman not wanting to be selfish. You understand? For her being selfless, for her family, for her children. That's a high value woman. You understand? And he wasn't doing that. Right? Zionist, you're straight on that?
Salaki, sir.
Yes, sir. Colonel Khan, sir.
Come on.
If I could bring out a small point right quick.
Come on.
Yeah, and to go back to what Officer Iraq was saying, that's a heavy point that he's making, because also I was reading an article on abortions cause women to have breast cancer because that milk that they were supposed to use to give to that baby dries up and goes bad, and it causes them to have breast cancer.
Yeah. Yes.
That's lucky, sir.
Uh-huh.
There was a bit more on that in verse 4 if you want me to continue.
Yeah. Come on.
Verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from hearing the truth.
They shall what?
Turn away their ears from hearing the truth.
That you know what that's like? And an abortion goes with it too. That's like when Pilate asked the crowd, who do you want? Barabbas or what? Or Christ? And what did they say?
Barabbas.
Barabbas. Give us Barabbas. That Christ? No, hang him on the tree. You know what I mean? Get rid of him. Because they want to hear stuff that's what? That appeals to them. You understand? They want to hear stuff that appeals to them in a way, whereas I could still be Joe Grind, right? Joe Grind is the term we use in the Caribbean, most of Jamaica, for a brother who wants to have adulterous way of life. You understand what I'm saying? I could still be Joe Grind, right? In here, you can't do that. But in Kevin Samuels' world, that's fine. It's fine. Because if this one ain't high value, this one is high value. Guess what? Go with the high value one.
Right.
That one you're with, now she needs to step up, step her game up. Oh, she's done. You know what I mean? What are you? What are you going to score yourself? 2, a 3, a 6. What is this? Come on.
Hey, Salaki, I want one more thing on your point about the studies, because I really think Esau, they have studies, they study everything. But one thing I've experienced having a not myself, but one of my child was stillborn, and there was to the mother, or if a mother ever suffered a miscarriage, it is they ought usually they offer a certain type of services to assist, because they do understand that it does affect you, because it's a part of you as well, psychologically. And so I'm sure what you're saying, what Abawan was saying about the effects that it has on them emotionally and psychologically afterwards, it has to be there, but case in point, when someone loses a child or has a miscarriage of some sort, they automatically, hey, in line, if you have the insurance, whatever, hey, we offer this service, this type of counseling, this type of therapy, because it's not something you just snap out of, because eventually first thing a mother feels like is, it's my fault if she didn't mean to do it. Number one. Number two, if she meant to do it, she has to just say, number one, I made a mistake. I chose to lay with this man. I hate him that much that I want to kill his child, and I don't want it inside of me. So now I'm going to have to go somewhere and kill a child, something that deep down is wrong, even though they propaganda-wise try to make it seem like it's like going to get your teeth clean at the dentist or something. You know what I mean? So, but spiritually and psychologically, a woman has to know this is ill. This is ill-advised by God on her, even if she knows nothing about the truth. She has to know this is wrong. I'm killing a baby.
Okay, I understand you're saying she has to know, but judging by statistics, it appears like they do not even know. Because if they had a conscience in them, they won't do what they're doing. You understand? They won't do it. You know what I mean? But as I said, okay, it's to the point where it's you know it's like AIDS today. AIDS today is just like they're making it seem like it's a common cold. You understand? Where you have medication that you could take right now, and you'll live a normal life. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's not look at in the earlys, AIDS was looked at as, you know what I mean, like, yeah, it's like, you know what? But now today it's like, well, you know, you can live with it, and we're gonna fight AIDS. We're gonna do this and take this one pill, and your count will be low, this, that, the other.
And if I may, sir, and you can't pass it on through sex.
Yes. And you can't pass it on. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's you know what I mean? We almost geared to, you know what I mean, in this society just to follow suit what your oppressor is trying to push on you. When I say they didn't do studies, meaning the studies they did, it's for the intellectual of us. We know where to go get it. But the ones that are actually doing it, the poor sisters, they don't have the resources to even sit down and try to read and to see the effects and to really fathom what they're getting themselves into. All they know is, if I have this child here right now, I ain't going to be able to do what? Have a career. You know what I mean? Have a social life. You understand? And as they're saying, this man, he ain't no good. You know what I mean? He ain't, you know what I mean, father material. So, you know what I mean? I can't take that chance. So, you know what? I'm going to, you know what I mean? I'm just going to have, you know what I mean, abortion. They don't call it murder. They call it what? Abortion.
Salaki, sir.
If you give it a name like you're gonna murder a child, guess what? They're gonna be thinking twice. But you put a name like what? Planned Parenthood. So now you teaching sisters, you teaching brothers, you doing what? You actually planning for the future. That's something good. You plan for the future. That's something good. You understand? You don't need this life coming in to your world, into this evil, wicked world. You don't want your child. You ever hear sisters saying, I don't want my child being born in this type of world, this, that, the other. You understand? When what's going to fix it is us having what? More babies.
Right.
And putting this in them. That's going to fix it.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
And most of them done had like 2-3 abortions a piece. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, you understand? And that's it. Like Kevin Samuel wasn't teaching black sisters this, wasn't teaching brothers these things. This is what make you high value, your morals, your integrity. You understand? How you follow the Bible. You understand? That is what make you high value. You brothers and sisters in here, you all are high value. I don't care, you know what I mean, what you have in the bank. You understand?
Like it, sir.
Come on.
Like, if I may, you know, that statement that Young Thug made about broke men shouldn't have babies. That's a form of, you know, abortion also. You know what I'm saying? And pushing homosexuality. You know, because if you labeling a black man as broke, sister's gonna look at him like, oh well, you know, he ain't got no money, he can't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna make brothers lean more towards going the Esau route and sleeping with men and sisters sleeping with sisters. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah, that type of statement is a brother who just selfish. He want. Guess what? Okay, I broke. I can't sleep with a woman. So who can sleep with all the women? Yeah, Young Thug. He gonna sleep with my. He looking at my woman. He's saying you broke, nigga. You ain't supposed to be having no kids.
Oh God.
So guess what? Young Thug gonna have all the kids.
Right.
All the kids gonna be looking like Young Thug.
That's right.
And they're gonna be looking the same. Man, and the boys gonna be in dress, girls gonna be in dress.
That's right.
Come on.
So like y'all don't want. I mean, what you're saying is so heavy because, and that's that spirit of selfishness going back to. It's the same thing going back to the abortions. You know what I'm saying? Just like Overside Thug just said, it's like a different type of abortion. Because Young Thug saying only broke men shouldn't have babies. Well, dude, I think your pops probably was kind of broke when he had you. So it's like once I'm born, it's okay. Same thing with all these people that's anti-abortion. Like, abortions is only a problem after, or it's only should be allowed after I'm born. Like I'm alive now, so now kill all the babies, but don't kill me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just pure selfishness, Salaki.
Yeah, pure selfishness. That's it. And just for, as I said, it's a tool they're using to get over on the black community. You understand? They're always trying to do what? Get over on us. You make a step forward in life, guess what? They're gonna look for a way to make you make what? 10 steps backward. And abortion is one of those 10 step backward. You understand? Like you cannot tell me in 2022 the majority of people that trying to push it is black people. You know what I mean? Young sisters, and the majority of people against it is Karen from Arkansas or Nebraska. You understand? Who trying to, you know what I mean? Her desert is as barren as, you know what I mean, as you know what I mean, as Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabian desert. She fighting to have 1 and 2 kids. She has to go to the fertility doctor, you know what I mean, at the age of what, 20, 25 or whatever. You know what I mean? And by the age of 40, she having her first kid. You understand? But you popping them out like, you know what I mean, like bread in an oven. You had to stop, man, have them kids. Your sister out there, you're pregnant and they don't know what to do with the kid, you bring it to Commander General Hannah. We're gonna take care of them kids. We're gonna show you that there's more to life than you being selfish. You understand? Come on. Somebody was gonna say something. Give me Jeremiah. Give me Jeremiah 20 and 17. And just one thing, right? Zion, you good with that?
Kind of one concert, the water out of one.
Yeah, number. Come on. Yeah. Jeremiah 20 and 17.
It's the book of Jeremiah.
It's the book of Jeremiah.
Oh, hold on. I think Baaz, you was going to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on what you were saying earlier when you were saying they call it abortion, they don't call it murder. They don't want to call it what it is. Just like the two terms for both sides. They call the people who are against abortion pro-life, but the ones who for abortion, they say pro-choice.
Right.
So they really should be pro-death.
Yes. You understand? It should be, but as I say, they use words. The English is a funny language. They use words. Come on.
It's like I just had a kind of a question. The sister made a comment about the use of like Plan B, but I just want to clarify: is Plan B, is that unlawful?
What is Plan B? Plan B? Sure. Look it up. The what?
Salaki, sir.
After the what? Yeah, that's what I said. Look it up.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
It's the pill you take the night after a one night stand.
Yeah, yes, is the pill you take after a one night stand. My question to you is wearing a condom unlawful? Why? Uh-huh.
It's not unlawful to
Iraq. Let's keep on.
the actual the medical term is coitus interruptus.
Uh-huh.
So like pulling out,
Uh-huh.
you know, preventing the sperm from getting where it needs to go to get a woman pregnant is not unlawful. That's not a sin.
Mm-hmm. So
It's a sin to kill a baby.
right. So in 24 hours, you're telling me the baby form, the baby life is there.
La.
So then you gotta explain what plan B is.
If in 24 hours, if a woman gets pregnant
Uh-huh.
and takes a pregnancy test
Uh-huh.
in 48 hours,
Uh-huh.
basically the sperm gets where it got to go in 48 hours, that pregnancy test may not even come back positive. Like her body's not that, it's not a child yet. It's not a person.
Right.
So in 24 hours is not long enough for it to be a person to say it's murder.
So plan B, just for you all to know, is basically like a condom.
Based con, sir.
Right?
Con,
So in other words, it's not unlawful.
Con.
You understand? So it's unlawful if you take something to kill.
Con.
If you leave that what's inside, if it's gonna grow,
Con.
right? And you take a pill, what plan B? If plan B, you were able to take it to kill the child.
Con.
Then yes, then that is unlawful.
Con.
So like,
Come on.
so like, I was going to say, but it's dangerous though. So unprotected sex is dangerous. So you might be at the doctor for chlamydia or something like that. I'm just saying. So if you want your old lady to be taking a plan B or something like that, you might get burned. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying.
No, you're right, and that's why in here we teach that sex is, is very important, or I should say very important, but very serious, a serious choice, because what life come from it. You could get pregnant. Those of you, women who out there listening and thinking, well, you're just gonna have sex and that's it. No, you could get pregnant, and life comes from it. And as your brother said, that could come from it also too. Meaning what? You can get burned. There could be a fire in your soul that you just can't quench. You understand? And you'll have to go by the doctor. You have to wait the morning out. You understand? Come on.
This is from the FDA.gov about Plan B. It says Plan B works like other birth control pills to prevent pregnancy. Plan B acts primarily by stopping the release of an egg from the ovary, ovulation. It may prevent the union of sperm and eggs to fertilization. If fertilization does occur, Plan B prevents a fertilized egg from attaching to the womb. That's what Plan B does, according to FDA.gov.
And does it say whether if it goes beyond a certain time, does it work?
If a fertilized egg is implanted prior to taking Plan B will not work.
Right. So in other words, there's no child being formed. Basically, there's no life, because without the sperm, if you just have an egg, there ain't no life. It's just an egg.
So like y'all don't want.
Come on.
If I may, so Plan B is basically like a form of abortion. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes like 24 hours for an egg to become fertilized, right? You can take Plan B up to 5 days after you have the sex.
Salakia.
Come on.
If
Yeah.
it said that if an egg is fertilized, Plan B won't stop it, then that means it's not an abortion.
It's not an abortion. It just has to deal with that part before, like what actually caused a pregnancy. It's Plan B stops. That's why it says what? It's a what? Is birth control wrong or right?
Birth control.
Is birth control wrong or right? Ayathon.
He said la out of one.
It's right. And Plan B is a what? Form of what?
Birth control.
Yes. It's just like a what? A condom. You understand?
Kind of one kind, sir.
Come on. Inside. You can take it off for me. All right. Who are Jeremiah? Jeremiah for me. I got it, sir. Come on. It's the book of Jeremiah.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 20 and verse 17. Because he slew me not from the womb, or that my mother might have been my grave.
Right?
In her womb to be always great with me.
Right? So read that one more time. This is where? In Jeremiah. Right? And this is what Taba wants basically bringing out. Like you bastards who pro-choice, you murderers, right? You would have liked it if your mom committed abortion on you. Then guess what? You what do you call them? You pro-choice people. It would not have any pro-choice people if your mom had abortion.
That's right.
So you wouldn't have no problem. But now you have air in your lungs. You want other, women to what? You don't want babies to come about just like you came about. You will give me a chance to become someone. And now you want to take that chance from a child. You're a bastard. And you deserve everything the Lord have coming your way.
That's right.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Shabayala just brought it up. There used to be a billboard up in New York that said the most dangerous place for a black person is in the womb.
Yes. Right. And that is what your filthy, disgusting pastor, what's his name? Al Sharpton, got together with the Planned Parenthood people to get the billboard pulled down.
They gave him a lot of money.
Yes. You understand? He just said what they wanted to hear. They had itching ears. You understand? Right? Read it one more time.
Because he slew me not from the womb, or that my mother might have been my grave, and her womb to be always great with me.
Right? And that's what these so-called murderous mothers should take into consideration. You understand? The Lord put that baby inside of you. You didn't. You don't give life. So why you want to take life? Come on.
I got a precept, if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Lamentations 4:3.
Go ahead.
Even the sea monster draws out the breast. They give suck to their young. The daughters of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches of the wilderness, like
Yeah.
wild animals.
You understand? What do you know about an ostrich after it lays the egg? What it
The-
does?
If I may, sir, the female ostrich deserts the egg. The
Yes.
male ostrich has to come and sit on the egg, and if he doesn't come, the egg is never born.
You understand? And he's likening black women to what? To those ostrich. So now, if you're doing that way back then, so guess what? We're in 2022. So guess what? You think it changed? No, it's the same. Same situation we're in. Same. You understand? They don't want it. And if they do have it, is to the point whereas the child wished it was never what? Born. Because mommy hates me. Mommy blames me for, her life. For her not having a career.
Salaki,
Come on.
I got a question. Is this a precept to Jeremiah 1:5?
Yes. Hold it.
Okay.
Iraq.
Cover Khan, Salakia. I googled the budget for was it abortions? It was $1.5 billion for one of the past fiscal years. But for fertility for people to actually have children, it was $8 billion. And it seems like the heathens or Esau specifically is trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And they understand the importance of so-called nation building or
Life.
Khan. And so isn't it true if you drinking and driving, or let's say you shoot somebody and they pregnant and they both die, they charge you with 2? Isn't that double homicide?
Yes.
Don't they see the significant? Isn't it murder then?
Yes.
When it's a black man that does the crime, but then when she kill it herself,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not.
No, because they decide what's legal and what's illegal. That's why you ain't getting what? No reparations. Why?
They want you to kill your babies.
No. I'm saying I'm likening it to slavery. Why are we not going to get no reparations?
Slack if I may, sir.
Come on.
Because slavery was legal.
Yeah, simple. Slavery would have what? Have to be what? Illegal. They'll have to prove that slavery was what? Illegal at that time, so that you could be what? Compensated for the wrong that was done to you. Right? And then they're going to push what? We never enslaved you. You understand that? You ever heard of that camp? I didn't enslave you. Not me. Yeah. Come on. 1 minute. Come on.
You know, what we always have to remember, if I may, sir, Salaki, sir, is that the population growth of the European Americans is at a standstill. They have 0.5 population growth.
I'm trying to get my hand on a book right now called The Dearth. Brother, it's in the thousands. And it's about basically what do you call that? Control. Population control.
And they know, if I may, sir, they know, that if they're going to continue this so-called democracy bull crap, they have to be the majority.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing everything in their power, you understand, to make sure that our population does not exceed theirs, because the estimates is that by 2050, and some said by 2040, that the white man in America, the oppressor, is going to be the minority in America.
And that is very scary to them. That is very scary to them. You understand? And that was scary to who? Come on.
The West Africans, which caused them, or they okayed the slave trade because we were outnumbering or starting to repopulate when we were in.
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say they Hama, he doesn't, he just go off of Esau. Right? What I'm saying is this. Who did this in the past to us?
Salaki, sir.
think he had a question. Come on.
Salakia.
Mhm.
Right. Pharaoh and Egypt.
Yes. Pharaoh in Egypt. He was what? He was scared that they were going to be what? Outnumbered. So guess what? He made what? Abortion what? Legal.
Legal.
You understand? So now we're gonna have to teach. We're gonna have to teach black women that what? They shouldn't what? Murder their children. They should keep them. We need sisters like those two sisters who did not what? Follow Pharaoh's command and was having them babies. Even if they had to do what? Hide them. You understand? You don't want the baby, then give it up for adoption. You don't have to, you know what I mean? You don't have to go down the road of becoming a murderer. You understand? You don't have to. Your mom gave you a chance. Well, give that seed in your belly a chance too. You understand? You know what I mean? And then I know the talk gonna come up. Well, if I was raped, if she was raped, have the baby. You understand?
So like if I the other one.
1 minute, the baby never raped you. You understand? And I'm not making it light of rape. Rape is evil, is disgusting, and the whoever did it should pay with their life. You understand? But not the child. The child is not the one to pay with his life. Come on.
Come on. I run across, when we teaching this topic, oftentimes the sisters say there are men who swindle sisters into having abortions too. Like, not only do they tell them like, hey, I got this going on, they also drop them off the abortion clinics to where. So I was just, saying when it comes to the Akim, how do you, teach the brothers? I mean, outside of sex is marriage, like being able to have the responsibility, but not coercing sisters into having abortions. I don't want.
Right. It's the same way you coerce a sister into not doing it too, telling her not to do it. It's wrong. It's murder. You understand? You carry that woman to kill that child. You become the murderer. You understand? The sin is on you. You understand? Right? And a sister who's in that position, she's going to have to resist that man telling her to go do it. You understand? It's no different than he put in a bag, crack or cocaine or whatever and telling you to go sell. You should not do it. He telling you to go kill this child, you should not do it. You understand? And brother, you're going to have to show some strength. You understand? Come on.
Salaki, real quick, I was going to that whole rape thing and sisters be like, well, what if somebody get raped or incest or whatever? First off, the getting pregnant is not easy, first of all. Like, it's not. And to get raped, it would have to be at the perfect time, at the perfect day, on the perfect month for you to even get pregnant by that way anyway. And then you could take a plan B.
Right.
You could take a plan B, and if you still end up pregnant after the plan B, like you said on, the Lord wanted you to have that baby. That's the Lord right there. What
Yes, but I wouldn't say it like that to her because it might seem insensitive to the point whereas you're taking the rape light.
Right.
Rape, you get pregnant, you get pregnant from that rape, still have the child. You understand? Come on.
And
But you're right
statistically,
in what you're saying.
as
Come
far
on.
as far as the statistics is concerned, that's like less than 1% of all abortions from rape. Like that make up the smallest percentage of abortion cases.
Yes, and we know they just it's like it's no different than a brother or sister trying to leave the truth. They leave in the truth because they want to. You understand? They ain't leaving the truth because it's some evil going on in here. You understand? A woman who says that she just wants to kill her baby. She just wants the power that Satan in the garden gave her, that snake in the garden gave her. She wants to have that power. She doesn't want to do what? Submit. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to have the power. I have the power because it's my body.
Right.
Now I can prove to you it ain't your body.
Right.
You understand? It ain't your body.
Right.
You understand? That body is what Christ said.
The Lord.
Within ourselves a living sacrifice.
Your body belongs to who? The Lord. You understand? That's why if you do anything that's, you know what I mean, that's against what he says, he is what? He coming for that body. He coming straight for it. And before you know it, you have breast cancer and you had to chop them two, you know what I mean, two of them off. You understand? He knows how to, you know what I mean, humble you.
That's why you have breast cancer.
All right?
It's Salak.
Come on. And who holding Jeremiah 1 and 5? Baz? After this one, you'll read it, right, Baz? Come on.
Sir.
Salak,
Come on.
So, like, if I can make one point real quick, if I can piggyback off what Officer Zion was saying about the brother swindling the sisters, it just shows a lack of black fatherhood in the household, right? Because a real brother or a real father would rather see a sister on her feet than on her back.
I'm saying you're right. You know what I mean? It's no different than any truth, right? What you're required to do is the same thing what your woman required to do. You understand? It ain't no different. You understand? You're required to follow those statutes and commandments. She's what? Required to what? Do the same thing too. You understand? Like there ain't no, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody, you know what I mean, gonna take less blame for it. You understand? Give me Jeremiah 1 and 5.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
You
And
understand?
before that,
the Lord is saying before you what? You were formed in the belly. He knew what? Knew thee. I read on.
and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
You understand? And now you killing them babies. What the Lord saying in Genesis? He told Adam and Eve to do what? Go forth and what?
Be fruitful and multiply.
Be fruitful and multiply.
Genesis 1 and 28.
You understand? And now all of this is doing what? Is going what? America is going what? Against God. America is teaching blacks and Hispanics to go against God. Because they know if they keep us what? Sinning, the Lord is not going to be what? On our side.
Right.
They know it. You understand? So guess what? You want women's rights? Guess who you're gonna get to be in the forefront? Yeah, a black bee. Yeah, I ain't gonna just say a black woman, a black bee. You understand? That's who you're gonna get on your forefront. You understand? Come on.
You know, one of the things that I saw last week was like these black congresswomen, you know, they came out like so strong, like they was talking about how they got, you know, abused and how they got raped and they had abortions and stuff. They didn't have abortions from the rape. They just threw rape and abuse in there to heighten the sensitivity of the matter. But the real matter was that they had sex, most of them when they were young, and they had these abortions, you know what I'm saying? And they used that to justify the abortion, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. And if you could be a fly on the wall in the home, you will see snot running from their nose, tears running down their face. They are crying, they're in pain. It's almost to the point whereas you want somebody to go through what you went through because you're selfish. understand? You selfish and you want a black woman to pain just like you. So guess what? The two of you could hug and say, life is this man a dog, this, that, the other. You are evil black woman. You understand? You're evil. And you brothers who swindling these sisters to commit to abortion, you are evil too. That's right. You understand? Like that. I think there's a comedian, I forget his name, and he is proud of it.
Corey Holcomb.
Like it, Corey Holcomb.
Yeah, he's proud of it. He is a bastard. You understand? To be pushing that like it's, you know what I mean, it's, you know what I mean, it's okay. Right? Yes, him. And he proud. He's like, man, this, that, the other. I just, you know what I mean, I'll take her there. I'll give her the money to go do it. Those sisters should have those babies. Right. To hell with what Corey, what's his name? Corey Holcomb. You know what I mean? AKA, you know what I mean, the murderer. Right. Telling you to go do. You understand? All right. Give me Psalms 127 and 3. Psalms 127 and 3. Now, you all know the history behind Roe versus Wade? How it came about?
I believe I know about it. About this woman whose name was not Roe.
Mm-hmm. They're known for doing that in the like Jane Doe. They're known for doing that too.
Jane Roe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to have an abortion, you know.
You sure she wanted to have an abortion?
Well, she said she wanted to have an abortion.
Mm.
And then she flipped.
Right, because
some preacher said something to her, something like some
is that too, but if you see if you get some history on the tab one. Let's read a little bit on Roe versus Wade. I mean, let's give you just for what's the time now? 46. It's a quick look at it, right? What's her name? Her name was her actual name. All right. And the lawyers who got her to do it. One, she was what? She was poor. Right. Norma what? McCorvey. Norma McCorvey was poor. She was a lack of what was a good way to put it instead of saying slut. She was promiscuous.
Okay.
All right, let's use that word. Right? She had what? She already had what? 3 kids or something like that?
Come on.
Right? She was young, right? But they used her as a what? Tool to push this whole what? Abortion. Did she ever had an abortion? Never had one, right? But she what? She was used to what? Push abortion. You understand?
Okay.
That so now from there you should already, you know what I mean, pick game. They try to base it on one of the I think amendments. I think it's what, the 14th Amendment. And what they say now, that don't really hold any weight in so-called America law. That don't hold any weight. You understand? That's what they're trying to push right now. And now black people, everybody up in an uproar basically of this whole abortion, right? When it should, black people should just be Caucasian people. This should just be oppressed. Let them fight to kill their babies. Let them do it. You understand? Come on.
The decision involved the case of Norma McCorvey, known by the legal pseudonym Jane Roe, who in 1969 became pregnant with her 3rd child. McCorvey wanted an abortion but lived in Texas, where abortion was illegal except when necessary to save the mother's life. her attorney, Sarah Weddington.
Right. So that in itself, according to the Bible, is good, right? You having a child, and that child, if you have that child, it means that is a possibility of you dying. It's lawful then, because now you what? You are doing what?
A medical procedure, basically.
Give me the term for it. What term? What
Surgery?
term?
Self-preservation.
Yes. Self-defense. Basically, that's self-defense. That's when you're able to use what deadly force, basically. You understand?
So it's like, if I may, sir, it's like almost like the child trying to kill you.
Yes.
So you can defend yourself against something trying to kill you.
Yes. Basically, that's when it's it's lawful, basically.
Sir.
Anything outside of that, you're a murderer.
Sir.
All right, just you label yourself that.
All
right.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Her attorneys, Sarah Weddington and Linda Coffey, filed a lawsuit on her behalf in U.S. federal court against her local district attorney.
Right. She on her behalf, meaning what? She wasn't present, basically. Yes. That's the correct. That's the word used in the hood. Somebody gassing her all the way up to do this. That's why when she got to be an older woman, now she wants to live her life for what? For pro-life. You understand? Now I made a mistake. You understand? So you can imagine she's saying she made a mistake. She never killed a child.
That's right.
So you can imagine the black sisters, what they actually going through mentally.
That's right. Damn right.
When they actually did it.
Okay.
They actually took a life. You know what I mean? You 20 years in it. 20 years ago, you took a life. You know what that life could have been right now? You selfish bastard. Come on.
So like, if I may, so just you know what I'm saying, piggybacking on what you're saying is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just personal, like my father was a twin, but his brother died like a few days after birth. And you know, my grandmother obviously didn't get an abortion or nothing, but to this day, like my grandmother in her 80s, and she like it still affects her when she talk about it. Like she, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell that, you know what I'm saying, it touches her emotionally that her child died, even though she still had a child, but the fact that she lost her child. So I know them sisters that's going to them clinics who killing them babies.
Yes,
is feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So lock it.
And they don't have, they have counselors in there who not like the UPK. The UPK will tell you straight up what? That you're wrong.
That's right.
You're going to murder that child. We're going to use terms like you're a murderer. You want to be a murderer, right? Ain't nobody, there's certain names you don't want to be called in America. And a murderer is one of them.
Okay.
You don't want to be labeled as, you know what I mean, as a thief, a murderer, a pedophile. Those names, black people stay away from. You understand? Try to stay away from it. Come on.
I was just going to say, those counselors there, they do just like the Christian pastor do.
They do like who? Like Kevin Samuel.
Sir. They make you feel good for a moment.
Yes.
They justify what you've done for a moment. You feel good for a moment, but it's with you for the rest of your life. You never.
Yes, and that's what, you know what I mean. They may tell you that, but what they're telling you before, they ain't painting a picture of you being Tyrone on the corner killing his shooting a brother in his head. They ain't painting a picture for you. You understand? You are Tyrone. You are that black man killing that other black man. You are that black sister killing that black brother or that black sister. You that person. You ain't no different than those murderers on death row. The only difference is America make it legal so you can't do it. You understand? But in the eyes of God, you are no different than a brother or sister on death row for murder. You understand? Because you willingly ending a life. You are willingly ending a life that's inside of you. You're willingly doing it. Ain't nobody putting a gun to your head and telling you, open your leg, we're going to do this procedure here. Nobody putting a gun to your temple telling you that. You willingly going on the table and doing it. You understand? Knowing that this thing is going to be ripped out of you. Knowing that. You understand? And at what week they're telling you could have an abortion? Look, what week? Up to what week? Look that up for me. What week is abortion legal? I know, but I talk more like with the Supreme Court. What week is it legal? You know what I mean?
20, sir. In North Carolina, it's 20.
20 weeks is
Okay.
legal, right? 20 weeks
Okay.
is how much months? That's what? 5 months.
It says the middle of the second trimester.
Right. And look up to and see when you could have up to what month you could have a stillborn. A stillborn. Those premature baby. Look up and see. And you see if these, you know what I mean, these are not creatures from the lagoon. You know what I mean? Or creatures from Greek mythology, the Kraken.
A baby born before 37 weeks of pregnancy is considered premature or born too early. So anything before 37.
Anything before
37.
You understand?
37 weeks.
Which means, you know what I mean, 20. Come on. You got a grown, you know what I mean? You have some kicking inside of you.
Yeah, I got some statistics right here, out of one slack you. So you can get an abortion at 20 weeks, but 82% of all babies delivered at 27 weeks live. So just 7 weeks later, it's an 82% survival rate. So if you have a baby at 20 weeks, it's at least a 50% chance that baby can survive.
Come on.
That means if you give birth to it, you're not even talking about, you know what I'm saying, if it goes all the way, like it would have if you don't commit an abortion. But if that baby, if you just went to a doctor and they took the baby out of your stomach, there's like a 50% chance that child could survive.
Yeah. We dealing with monsters. Look up what's his name? And he's a brother to Shame. It's a shame. Dr. Gosnell. Look him up. Dr. I think I hope I'm pronouncing his name correct. Dr. Gosnell. He's the dude who was running an abortion clinic in Philly. Brother, they had a Netflix special on him, a movie on him. Gosnell. Yeah. Spell it as it's pronounced. Come on.
Aaron Gosnell.
What's his nickname?
Let me see if I can find it.
AK what? Not a nickname for him. Boy, it was bad. It was pretty bad.
His clinic was dubbed the House of Horrors.
Yeah. House of Horrors. And guess who was going up in there to get abortion? Mercedes. You understand? Your sister, your aunt, you know what I mean? Your mama, up inside House of Horrors. The city was fetuses parts all over inside that building, in jars or whatever. You understand? Like it's horrific. Even for you to even try to defend taking a life. You understand? It's horrific. You telling me you just can't keep your leg closed You cannot keep your leg closed. So you want a child to pay because you want to be a disgusting whore. You understand? Because you want to make a life career out of hoeing. So guess what? That baby got to pay. That baby got to pay. Work got to go on. All right? Read Psalms 127:3.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 127 and verse 3. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord.
What?
Children are an heritage of the Lord.
Children are a heritage of the Lord. You are killing the Lord's heritage, black woman. You understand? I mean, killing the Lord's, you know what I mean? You kill a dog. The white man, the oppressor, wants to do what? Put you in jail. You kill a dog on live TV. What happened to Michael Vick? Michael Vick got what? Some years for what? Dog fighting.
3 years.
For dog fighting, right? So they care more about their animals than what? Than you. You understand? They use that same method on what? On animals that they practice you to control your birth. You understand? When them animals go to the clinic or to they call it dog pound or whatever you call it, to the dog shelter, whatever. What's the first thing they try to do to the dog? Yeah, or neuter it. You know what I mean? Cut the dog, you know what I mean, off so it doesn't, you know what I mean, reproduce. And that to them is doing what? Is caring for the dog. So guess what? You have one child, guess what? You go to the hospital with your woman and she has that child, guess what the doctor asks her? Do you want us to put something up in there so you wouldn't have any kids again? Yeah, tie your tubes. You want to do that? So you know what I mean? That is the first question asking you before you leave the hospital with your newborn baby. You understand? That question is coming. You understand? That's to show you how, you know what I mean, how trained they are when, you know what I mean, to try to push that on you. You understand? What always gets me is this. They talk about Africa, right? About they need money to go across to Africa to buy, you know what I mean, for food, for rice, to suffering. How come they have, you know what I mean, abortion clinics in Africa? They have a ton of abortion clinics. I seen flies on, you know what I mean, on babies' lips. You understand what I'm saying? When I look at these, you know what I mean, malnourished Africans on TV. But you ain't across there pushing abortion on them people, but you're pushing abortion on black women, Hispanics, and Native Indian across here. You're doing that. For what? Agenda against us. You understand? Right? Give me
some more on that, sir.
Go ahead.
And the fruit of the womb is his reward.
And the what?
The fruit of the womb is his reward.
You hear that? Black woman, black man, that ain't your child. That child belongs to who? The Lord. So now when you take the Lord child from you, guess what? Give me Isaiah 49 and 15. Guess what? Guess who coming this year? Your oppressor ain't. Your oppressor made it legal. Your oppressor ain't going to hunt you down and put you in jail for committing abortion. But guess who going to hunt you down? Read Isaiah 49 and 15.
Kind of one concept. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 49 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Can a woman forget her sucking child?
Can she forget her suckling child? Yeah. Black woman fall. Yeah, I mean, black men fall. You understand? And the Lord are asking a question through Isaiah. Can a what?
Can a woman forget her sucking child?
Read on.
That she should not have compassion on the son of her womb.
And that's a way of a woman showing that she has some type of, femininity, some type of compassion. That child shows that in a woman. It shows that. You understand? Now, when you go and kill that child, you are showing the Lord that you're an animal. You know what I mean? You can't, you tell me you open the Bible and you see that the Lord is against abortion, and you just, turn your head the other side, you ain't no different than a dog. You understand? You're no different than a cow. You're no different than a horse. You're no different than them animals. You understand? Read on.
That she should not have compassion on the son of her womb. Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee.
The Lord ain't gonna forget thee. Them children you're killing, the Lord is not forgetting it. You understand? When you're sitting home and you have that breast cancer, the Lord ain't forgetting you. When you're up in age and you're trying to have a child, but you done had about 5 or 4 abortion, and you can't reproduce one, the doctor gave you the best medicine on the planet, and it's still ain't working. Guess what? The Lord ain't forget. Lord is like, no, you are a monster. You do not need a child. You go get a puppy. Go get a pumpek. Or some cute little dog to deal with. But the Lord ain't gonna give you a baby, because he coming to see you. You understand? You a man, you up in age and you trying to get a child. The Lord, he coming to see you. If they're trying to, push women into committing abortion, he coming to see you. Right? Give me Jeremiah 44 and 7.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And who, as I, shall call and shall declare it, and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people and the things that are coming and shall come, let them show unto them.
Go ahead. Right?
Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have I not told thee from that time and have declared it?
No, where you at? Jeremiah 44 and 7.
Yeah, that was 7 was the first one I read. Sir.
Read one more time.
Verse 7. And who? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm in Isaiah. Slakia.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Ain't no problem. we just hoping it fall. These scriptures fall on, hoping that they don't fall on deaf ears.
Kind of what God said.
They're hoping that these brothers get some sense and start having, making sure they have the babies. The sisters making sure they have the babies. You understand? And if you don't, as I say, if you think you're not ready for it, then bring it to the school, bring it to the RCBK. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna take care of it so that you won't have to have that type of guilt on your conscience, that type of guilt to live with on your conscience is going to turn you into somebody that's heartless, somebody that's cruel. You understand? Somebody that, you know what I mean, that is, you know what I mean, ain't no good in the Lord's eyes. You understand? Don't let your oppressor try to tell you that poverty, you know what I mean, is the reason why you shouldn't have a child. You understand? That's what Kevin Samuel basically was telling you. Right? He is trying to push that on you. You understand? You too poor to what? To have a what? A woman. You should be doing what? You should be the one making all the money. You should be paying for everything. A woman shouldn't have to pay for anything. This is that. Shut up. Shut up. The Lord knows how to shut you up. You understand? Have over what? 1.something million followers. You understand? 1.something million followers. You know what is that? You have so many people listening to you and you not teaching them what the Lord tell them to do. Oh, he coming. Yeah, the Lord is coming. You understand? All right, come on.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44 and verse 7. Therefore, now, thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling out of Judah, to leave you none to remain.
You understand? And that's what they want. They want it to the point whereas they can what is called what? Population control. You worried about Ukraine, about the war right now in Ukraine. There's a war in your community right now on your black woman's womb. There's a war going on right now. You understand? You fighting is they are fighting so that black woman, Hispanic woman, and Native Indian woman be able to walk in a clinic, open their legs, and have that child murdered.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If I could, I got another preset. You can stack on top of that one.
Come, hold on, you finished with that one?
Okay, come on.
That one.
So that was the end of that one, sir.
All right, come on. Go ahead.
Khan, it's the book. Khan, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 100 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, "Know ye that the Lord, He is God.
Mm-hmm.
It is He that have made us, and not we ourselves.
And
we
not
are
what?
His people, not
not
we
what?
ourselves."
But Pastor Willie ain't gonna see this. This scripture here is going to make Pastor Willie go hungry, and he does not want to go hungry. He need that alligator shoes. He needs that G5 jet. He needs that Rolls Royce. So guess what, black woman? You have power over your body. But read that again.
Khan, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 100, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Know ye that the Lord, He is God. It is He that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are His people, and the sheep of His pasture.
You understand? Like, you can't get it, yeah, I mean, as simple as that. You understand? Kevin Samuels wasn't doing this. He wasn't teaching black women this.